Time started. It didn't start. How do you do, Buckaroos? Wow, you're sharp today, Tom. Hey, how you do, Buckaroos? I've got the Schlafly Hefeweizen, 4.4%, 16 IBUs. I am going to read just a little from their website, if you'll bear with me. Appearance is light golden hazy, processed American unfiltered. Hops are Tetnang US and Marinka. Uh, Grains are pale wheat and Munich. American ale yeast. Our Hefeweizen is light, unfiltered wheat beer, often served with a wedge of lemon. I don't do that. Made with 30% American wheat. They tell you to look for the banana and clove that this style is known for. So I'm going to abandon that and read a little from the bottle here. Hefeweizen is balanced with sweet golden malted barley and Tettnang hops, available year-round. Schlafly Hefeweizen is an unfiltered wheat beer, often served with a wedge of lemon, made with 30% American winter wheat. So there you go. There you go. So here's the thing. My wife found this. It was $4 a six pack. The drawback here is that it had a bottled on date at about 6 months ago. So if you're one of those folks that think every beer has to be drank the very second it's bottled, maybe this isn't for you. But I'm not talking about an IPA that I'm really worried about the hops. And quite frankly, myself, I'm not worried about that sort of thing anyway. But it's got the color that you expect, kind of a cloudy straw thing going on. Here's the thing. Wow, I don't think a beer like this benefits from aging. But I mean, it is, at 6 months, I don't think it's going to lose anything either. I mean, it's a Hefeweizen. I don't think, this whole 90-day thing is relatively new by craft beer standards. I mean, typically a beer like this would sit a while anyway. People didn't used to worry much about dates. If it's not being abused, if it's not being subjected to constant temperature change or direct sunlight, it's going to be fine. So, no, do I think it's lost a step? Not even a little bit. I think it's a perfectly refreshing Hefeweizen. It does what you expect a Hefeweizen to do. I mean, earlier today I had the Urban Chestnut Schnickel Fritz. Now, the Schnickel Fritz is a little bit bigger. It's a little bolder Hefeweizen, but it's meant to be. This calls itself an American wheat, um, although they call it a Hefeweizen, American Hefeweizen wheat ale. It's not meant to be traditional German. Whereas that Schnickel Fritz from Urban Chestnut really is meant to be as close to a traditional German Hefeweizen as possible. So although I am not having a fresh Hefeweizen next to this to tell, I've had it on so many occasions. I'm going to say the beer is just the frickin' same, man. Using my Crown Valley wheat glass here that I have. Oh, it's nice. It's enjoyable. It's perfect for the weather I'm having. It's a little hot. It's a little sticky. It's a perfect beer for the weather. So there you go. Oh, mercy. Flavors. Well, they are about what you expected. There is that banana and clove thing going on, but in honesty, it is a lot lighter than that urban chestnut version that I mentioned. It is in a much smaller way. So some of you might say, well, Tom, that could be because it is aged too long. I don't think so. I mean, 4.4%, 16 IBUs, it does taste like I remember this beer tasting. I don't think it's lost anything. It's just meant to be a smaller version. It's very light. It's very easy drinking. Yeah, I mean you can serve it with a lemon wedge if you want, if you're into that sort of thing. I typically don't. I have upon occasion, but typically I don't. I just take it as is. That really is an American thing to do to drop uh, the lemon into the Hefeweizen. Um, it's really not my thing. I don't know that the beer improves with it. It just depends on what you're looking for. It does bring some aromas. Yeah, for some people. Excuse me, I'll scratch my nose, darn it. For some people, they like that addition of the citrus. For me, I like this beer as is. I don't want that distraction. It's like adding steak sauce to steak. I want to taste it as is. I don't want that distraction. I don't want that extra citrus. I want to feel the wheat. I want to, get those banana and clove notes. I want to taste what the beer actually has to offer, and not something added for it because somebody at some point said, "Hey, let's put a lemon in here for no other fucking reason other than we want to drop a lemon in." So there you go. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. We'll talk to you later if I can find the stop button. I got a little glare there. How the heck are you?